the dust collecting hood doesn't lock down. The knobs are too small. The oscillation is great because it really does extends the life of the belt.
What's up? Barnaby here. So you want to know more about the Jet Oscillating Edge Sander? It's got a 1.5 horsepower induction motor. It also 108 oscillations per minute to keep the belt running cooler and extend the belt life, and it bevels, angles, contours, and flat sands. And what we like to do with tools like this is put it into the hands of real people like Keith July. So what do you do in life, sir?
I design and build custom furniture and cabinets, and I also have a woodworking blog, The Bench Dog. It keeps me busy.
Alrighty, and so you're a professional on a couple of counts, and this is arguably a hobbyist tool, so we're expecting to get some good insights and criticisms. So let's start it off. What'd you use it for?
I used it to build some chairs and also to build some drawers, drawer boxes as we call it. Used it in the horizontal position, which is where it's at now.
Sure.
It has this auxiliary fence,
right,
so you can guide your stock against it. It's easily adjusted. And move it in and closer. It locks down solid, and then you can use it to sand the flat surfaces. It can also be used without this, so you have the whole surface. Sand your wood. You have your stop here. So,
how about dust collection?
Dust collection, I had trouble. It didn't collect all the dust. The dust collecting hood doesn't lock down. The knobs are too small to grip it. And just the weight of the hose, you can see it even tightened down. So the weight of the hose pulled it down.
Yeah, it's a 4-inch port right there.
Yes, which reduced the amount of dust collection because the angle changed.
And so what about in the edge sanding mode?
Okay, in the edge sanding mode, let's slide this out of here.
Okay, sure.
This will be
Flip it on up.
Yep. One release, one lever release, and conveniently slips up to the vertical position.
Okay. Is there any adjustment that you need to do on it? Is it just a straight 90?
No, it's not a straight 90. I found that it's not square. If you grab that square there.
Sure.
I'll show you that.
All right.
When it's in the up position, it's
yeah. See a little light there, huh?
Yeah.
So how do you get around that?
Well, what I did was I put in a stop because there was no positive stop in the original machine. So I had to put this stop in here so I could position it at the 90-degree spot. And it's just a quick release pin. Yeah. And it locks in position.
Made all the difference in the world, because even when it's off that much, I guess, if you're sanding drawers or something.
Yeah, you would be sanding them on a square. So it would cause problems. So.
Okay, well I see in this position as well you've got the miter.
Yep, does a great job. It's got a nice feature when you can set it at a given angle and just a quick twist of the knob and it holds it right now, and it's locked from sliding. Yeah. So as you do your particular sanding operation, let's say we're going to go with 45 degrees here, it's not going to slide on you. So as you feed your work into the sanding belt, it stays. So. Okay.
Now what about on a bevel? How about that?
The bevel, it has a scale on that end. So you can just release this arm and adjust it to any given position. Right. Well, the challenge I found was the scale's on the end of the machine. Right. And the locking arm is over here. So
if I'm, my arm, I've got long arms.
And you still can't reach it comfortably. So you almost takes two people to adjust it to a given angle, because you can't read the scale from this position.
Okay. Well, what about as far as contour sanding?
It does an excellent job with contour sanding. Swing the dust collector out of the way. Sure. It has a nice storage cabinet down here.
Oh yeah.
You can store your belts, your auxiliary table. One quick twist of the knob and you're ready to go. The dust collection is almost non-existent for the contour sanding because the dust head has to swing out of the way.
Right. But otherwise, as far as contour sanding?
Does a great job. Does a great job. A lot of times on contour sanding, you're sanding thin stock, which is focused on a smaller area of the belt, which heats up. But with the oscillation, it spreads the heat out, if you will, and minimizes that, minimizes burning. Does a nice job.
Did it come with just the one belt?
Yes, it did, just one belt.
Okay, so I guess when it comes time to recommend things, and I'm sure with the blog and being in the business for as long as you've been, people are asking you all the time about tools. What would you say about this one?
I like it. It's runs smooth. The oscillation is great because it really does extends the life of the belt. It extends, it minimizes the chance of you burning your work, and that's a big plus. Other than the locking in the 90-degree position, which I think the manufacturers could come up with an adequate method to lock it down.
Or you did. I'd put the plans to that on your blog.
Yeah, but yeah, good machine, plenty of power. It'll run all day long. You can sand and sand and sand. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, that's what you're going to get when you come to toolselect.com is just the unvarnished truth about a machine because we put it into the hands of real people to get the real stats, making it real easy.